Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the waterfall model. Well, when it comes to waterfall model, it's a very traditional model. It's a very old model, and this model goes phase by phase. So there are different phases. Each phase is followed by another phase, and as the model suggests, it's a waterfall model. As the water does not go upward, um, in this phase, once one phase is completed, it moves to another phase. From another phase to user cannot or teams cannot go back to the previous phase. That's why it is called waterfall model. So let's understand how it works. So in the waterfall model, the first step is collecting the requirement. So in this particular phase, users, business analysts, or teams collect the requirement. What are the software requirements from the customers and the stakeholders? They understand the requirement, they analyze the requirement, they document the requirement, they take the sign off on the requirement. They understand if there are any gaps in the requirement, they understand if the requirements are complete or not. So all the requirement activities are completed in this first phase. So once every requirement has been captured, understood, written properly, documented, and sign off taken from the business owner or product owner, then the team moves to the next phase, which is design phase. Well, the design phase, the team sits together and they design the solution based on the requirement that they have received, the sign off requirement that they have received. They will design the solution, what kind of interface software will have, how the data will flow, how the system will look like, how the process will be followed, what kind of actions user will take. All these things are designed in this phase. Once the design is completed, the sign off will be taken on this on the system design. All the logics that have been built, all the derivation logics have been built, all the wireframes that have been built, everything built created, then the sign off is taken on this page. All the designs are documented and sign off taken on this phase. Once these two phases, requirement phase and design phase, are completed, then team moves for the development. Everything that is written, all the logics that has been documented, it will be coded, by the developer. Developer will write all the logics, all the processes from the back end, front end. Everything is coded on this phase, on the development phase. Once the development phase is completed, then team moves for the testing. On this phase, each and every component will be tested by the QAs. Each and every component, each and every step will be tested on this. Integration testing will be done, unit testing will be done, all required testing will be done in this particular phase. Once users and teams are satisfied with the testing and the outcome of the testings, and then the system is deployed. The system is deployed, the go live will happen, customer will start using this particular software, business user will start using this particular software. Once the deployment is completed, then it will go to the maintenance phase. In the maintenance phase, if there are any issues or if there are any challenges, those things are taken care by the team. So as you can see, the each phase come first completed, then the team moves to the next phase, then to the next phase, then to the next phase. It does not happen that from the testing it will go to the development. In reality, can be done, but as the model suggests, we have to complete the first phase, then we have to move to the next phase. So the way each phase is followed, the way water falls from the top to bottom, the same way each phase is completed, then it moves to the next phase. The water does not go upward, the same way the users or teams does not go backward once the current phase is completed. Now there are some pros and cons of this one. Let's understand those pros and cons. Well, it's simple and easy to understand and use. Well, each and every phase is planned beforehand. So each and every thing is documented, understood, and everybody can see the development, how the work is progressing. So it's very simple for stakeholders and other teams and the teams to understand and to use. Everything is documented well. User can see from how the teams are progressing, how each phase is going, what are the outcomes of each phases. So it's very simple and easy to understand. Specific deliverables and review process. Now when you see each phase, there is an outcome of each phase. So in the requirement phase, all the requirements will be gathered, and the outcome of this will be the requirement document. Once the design phase is completed, the design document will be there. Development will complete. Once the development is completed, you will have a system. Once the testing is completed, you have all the system tested, and it's a positive or negative, whatever will the outcome, you will have that outcome. So there is a specific deliverable for each phase. Okay. Phase do not overlap. As the waterfall model suggests, we do not go backward, or once the current phase is completed, we do not go to the next phase. So it does not happen that any phase is overlapping to any other phase. Once each phase is completed, then only we move to the next phase. Now there are some cons of it, so let's understand the cons. Time to market is high. Well, as it takes a lot of time to gather requirement, design the solution, develop, test, and deploy, the customer, the end user, does not see the tangible product for the long time. Once the testing is completed, development is completed, everything is completed, then the user will have something to look, something to feel in terms of the software. So it takes a lot of time to these phases. So user does not have the tangible software or tangible product from waterfall model for the long time. Unexpected results. What will happen once the requirement is gathered or the solution is designed, developed, and tested? The outcome could be different. Okay, so what the product owner or the business user envisage, it would not happen that the product turn out to be the same. Okay, there could be unexpected results that could come out of this model. Not suitable for the changing requirements. So as each phase is isolated from another phase, so if any change down the line in the requirement will not be incorporated, because if you have any change in the requirement in the later stage, it will not be incorporated, because requirement gathering and requirement documentation was in the first phase. So it cannot happen that any change in the subsequent phase will be incorporated. So these are some of the pros and cons of this particular model. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like it, please press the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.